Hey everyone, it's Richard Payne here from Halifax Homes Lifestyles and Keller Williams Select Realty with
Danielle Hardie of Danielle Hardie Mortgages.
glorious day, where are we now? Middle of September? Late September.
Yeah, it's October.
And this is the weather we get here in Canada, especially here in Nova Scotia. You go out west and you get snow. Stay in Nova Scotia, you get sunshine and blue sky and lakes to play on. So we like it here. Question has come up a few times from clients, especially when they go down the process of we're buying a house and they're in Canada and they are looking at pre-approval. And of course, one of the things that's going to happen is we're going to have to check credit history. So we wanted to give you some guys and a little bit of an idea about what happens when you go through a pre-approval mortgage and the information that's going to be requested, and what happens when you actually get the credit score and how to fix credit scores, what affects credit scores. It's all about credit checks basically today. So Danielle.
Yeah, let's talk first of all about what reports to the credit bureau. So
Right.
in Canada,
What affects the number?
Well, exactly. Yeah. So in Canada, something that reports that a lot of people don't know is cell phone bills. And so it is really important to make those cell phone bills on time.
Yeah.
If you can set it up that it automatically comes off a credit card and you don't have to think about it, that's the best way to do it.
Right.
That seems to be the one thing with people with perfect credit who've never missed a payment in their life, and they have 4 or 5 late payments on
Yes.
a cell phone bill.
Yeah.
So those reports.
Because it's late payments, not just non-payments.
Right, late payments.
Late as well as non.
So the other things that report are mortgages, of course. They're going to report to the credit bureau, and lines of credit, credit cards, car loans, and sometimes even leases, depending.
Right. Interesting. I know any leases.
Yeah, some of them are starting to.
So those are things that you got to watch for. I mean, basically it comes down to don't pay anything late is kind of the easiest option.
Definitely. So it's not just paying things late that affects your credit, though, and this is what a lot of people don't know. And it's not inquiries on your credit bureau either, because everybody thinks that don't check my credit, that's going to bring my score down.
Yeah.
It really only accounts for about 10% of your whole credit score.
Right.
So 30% of your credit score is actually determined upon what you have owing. So if you have a $5,000 credit card and you have $4,900 owing on it, that reports negatively. It doesn't look good. It looks like you're at your maximum.
Yeah.
So you want to keep your limits at least, I'd say 80% below the limit of the credit card. Keep your balance below that.
Yeah.
Make your payments on time. We also want to, always. Because think about it. If somebody's lending you, $200,000, $400,000, $500,000, are you going to want to know how they pay their credit?
Absolutely.
So that's what the lenders are looking at too. So another thing that you want to make sure of is that if you have credit revolving, you want to have it going for at least 2 years, and a couple different types of credit revolving, not just maybe a secured car loan. They want to see that you can have revolving credit, maybe a credit card or a line of credit that you've used credit and paid it back.
Paid it off.
Yeah, not just a car loan, because most people do tend to make their car loan and mortgage payments, but it's the credit cards, the cell phones, and everything else. So to keep your credit history and credit score really great, you want to make sure you're keeping your balances down, having a couple of different things revolve, and make your payments.
Yeah. And one trick I learned actually is you might not be able to make a huge payment, but at least every month make the minimum, because it would be great if you didn't make the minimum, you made a huge payment and you paid the whole thing off, but at least by making the payment and making the minimum payment, you've made the payment date.
Exactly.
That's much better than just saying I can't even afford the, $5,000 payment I want to make. I'm just going to make a small $50 payment. Well, if the minimum is $150, well, stretch yourselves and make that, because that at least shows that you're making the minimum payments.
Definitely. And another thing is sometimes stuff happens in life and maybe your credit does get affected.
Yeah.
So there are ways that you can repair your credit. So you're going to want to seek out somebody and get that information of exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I work with a lot with people is, let them know that you may not be ready to buy right now because of credit, but if you do this, this, and this, then in a year's time, then you can. The only time I kind of see when it's maybe not repairable is if you've had a bankruptcy,
Right.
and then you've established your credit again, but then you let that credit go bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a big thing with lenders, that we have a really hard time getting approved when you're looking at a
So
situation like
they've
that.
gone into issues, declared bankruptcy, got themselves out of bankruptcy, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 years to repair it,
Yeah.
and then they let it go back again.
Right.
Right.
Then they've had another credit card go bad
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So that can make things really difficult when you're looking at a situation like that. You might be looking at 30-40% down payment
Right.
in order
Big
to
chunks of
own
money.
a home again.
And the average price here in Halifax is about 320, so 30% of that is ish $100 and something thousand, which is a large amount of money.
Definitely. So the best thing is to keep your credit when you get it. Keep it in
Protect
good
it.
standing. Yes, protect it.
Look
and,
after it, nurture it, kiss it, cuddle it.
and it's a good thing to talk to your kids about, your spouse
Oh
about,
yeah, start early. Yeah.
your elderly parents about. Like it's we
It
need to
matters.
talk more about
It
credit.
really does. And me and Danielle went through a situation recently with clients where we thought everything was fine, no problem, put the offer in. We actually didn't win because it was multiple offers, because yes, we're in Halifax and it's getting that hot around here that we're on multiple offers. But it's kind of a good thing that we didn't get our offer in, because the clients hadn't got pre-approval, and when they sat down a day later with
Yeah.
Danielle, we found out there's actually some credit issues that got to be resolved. So if we had have won the multiple offer, we would have been in a bad situation of actually having to turn it down and terminate the deal because we couldn't get financing. Well, it's much better to get that idea ahead of writing an offer before actually writing the offer, and that's why you need to understand everything about credit and how Danielle can sit down and make the inquiry, because it doesn't hurt your credit. Inquiries are fine, stop panicking about them.
Yes, they're okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Just find out what your number is, and then you can see exactly what's going to happen. So do it ahead of time, which is the biggest thing we're trying to do.
It is, before you put that offer on, before you start going out and looking and
Because that
getting
puts
your
stress
hopes
on
up.
me.
We don't
If
want
you
to
send the offer in and you're not pre-approved, that puts stress on me, because then I have to terminate the deal, and I don't like doing those.
and then
I
he
really
gets
don't.
mad at me. So
And it's not her fault. It's not my fault.
so meet with me.
Exactly.
Get pre-approved.
Yes.
We'll do the credit check. We'll let you know exactly what you need to do to get you ready to buy your dream home.
There you go. So we'll send you the details after this of myself and Danielle, because if you have any questions on anything, whether it be real estate or mortgage or credit history related, just get in touch with us and we'll get you the answer. But in the meantime, we will see you soon.
Enjoy your day.
We're enjoying ours, sunshine.
Oh, it's beautiful. I don't want to move.
Glorious. We're just going to stay here all day. So anyway, we'll see you soon.